Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome.
Hey, I love you. I miss you.
This is my husband,
My greatest hope and
and I
prayer
love him,
is that we will
and I
be
miss
restored
him.
one day. I chose you nearly 20 years ago.
Isn't
I
it
still
sweet?
choose you now.
And I choose you, honey.
Hey,
It's just beautiful. I love it
I
to bits.
love
I
you.
really do.
I miss you.
I miss you
My
too.
greatest hope and prayer is that we will be restored one day.
We just got to get better at doing some better stuff with our
I
communication, don't we,
chose
hon?
you nearly 20 years ago, and I still choose you now.
And for those of you, so what I'm wanting to do is I'm actually going to be reading some of the Bible. So yeah, going to go with what's the date today? 20th. So one of the really cool things that Gavin taught me that I'd never heard before was that you can actually read a chapter of Proverbs each day. And it helps keep the doctor away, for one. It just helps you to really focus on what you need to do, which at the moment I'm not exactly sure what it is that I need to do, which is making it a little bit difficult because my memory is a little bit all over the shop, to be honest. I'm really not coping all that well with much of anything at all. So yeah, so let's do this, shall we? So today we're doing Proverbs 20. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. The wrath of a king is like the roaring of a lion. Whoever provokes him to anger sins against his own life. It is honorable for a man to stop striving, since any fool can start a quarrel. A lazy man will not plow because of winter. He will beg during harvest and have nothing. Counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man understanding will draw it out. Most men will proclaim each his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man, a righteous man who walks in integrity, and his children are blessed after him? A king who sits on the throne of judgment scatters all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean? I am pure from sin. To be honest, absolutely none of us can. We are all broken and we are all hurting, and we've all got wounds that we need to work through. All of us. It's constant. Hello, Wild. It's lovely to see you. It's always lovely to see you online. Love seeing you come onto the channel. Yeah, so it's been a long time since I've actually been able to even read the Bible, specifically online and live, because I held on to some really nasty bitterness and hatred in my heart for way too long. And actually, I don't think I finished reading that proverb yet, did I? No, I didn't. Sorry. I'm a bit out of practice and I haven't been feeling all that well. So, a lazy man will not plow because of winter. He will beg during the harvest and have nothing. Counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Most men who proclaim each his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man? The righteous man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. A king who sits on the throne of judgment scatters all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean? I am pure of sin. Diverse weights and diverse measures, they are both alike an abomination to the Lord. Even a child is known by his deeds, whether what does is pure and right, and the hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both. Do not love sleep. Do not love sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you will be satisfied with bread. It is good for nothing, cries the buyer, but when he has gone his way, then he boasts. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Takes a garment of one who is surety for a stranger, and hold it as a pledge, when it is for a seductress. Bread gained by deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth will be filled with gravel. Plans are established by the wise counsel of wage wars, and he who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets. Therefore do not associate with one who flatters with his lips. Whoever curses his father or his mother, his lamp will be put out in deep darkness. An inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be blessed at the end. Do not say, I will recompense evil. Wait for the evil, and he will save you. Oh, I'm going to have to go because the ambulance has just arrived to take me to hospital. Bless you. Yep, I'm coming.
Hello, Caroline.
Hello. Honestly, I'm really confused.
What do you think about why we're here?
No, because I called you guys because I'm stressed off my dial.
Yeah. And what do you want us to do about it? Because we understand you have a lot of stress.
Oh, the problem is I think somebody is threatening my family.
Okay.
I'm getting bizarre messages from my daughter and from my husband
You've got
saying that I'm supposed to keep my promise, and I'm not sure what promise I'm supposed to be keeping.
a lot of
Promise is what promise?
Okay.
I need to be assessed.
Well, you are being assessed tomorrow at 1:30 by a consultant psychiatrist tomorrow. Okay, they're coming to your house.
Then why am I being told I need to keep my promise? What promise are I talking
I have
about?
no idea, and maybe you just like shut. If you're not supposed to even be talking to your husband, there's a DBO against you with him. So maybe it's like just leave that be. You've got a lot on your plate. Don't go into all these phone messages, etc. There's a, so just focus on what you can do to get through this tough period in your life, because things have just been going out of control, and I think
I
everything.
know I can't figure out what the flip I'm supposed to be doing.
Well,
I've told them to keep my promise. Which
I
promise?
don't know. Maybe just don't worry about it. Okay.
I can't do that.
You're-
My OCD is going around in circles
Okay.
and circles, and I feel like somebody's been knocking on the door and rattling the cage, and I'm hearing things, and
Okay.
I'm not wanting to
You're-
be on this planet.
No. Okay. You're very, very stressed, and like I said, it's just rattling everything
I
around.
can't.
your head.
My medication needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, like I said, you have got a consultant psychiatrist coming tomorrow. Now, are you taking your medications?
No,
Why aren't you taking
because I keep forgetting if I've taken them or not.
So what
I'm not even eating or drinking properly. I'm trying to put in my alarms, and it's not working. This is the problem. I'm not keeping up with my medications, and I'm forgetting. I can't do this on my own.
So what do you,
I'm not coping.
okay, so what are you actually wanting? Because it sounds like you want to go to the hospital, you want to get admitted, you want someone to look after you. Is that what you want? Because you've been a capable lady, like
I know.
for the
I
last.
went to
Exactly.
this conference and this training in October.
Yeah.
And it has totally messed up my head completely. I am
Okay.
more than happy to tell you everything I know about Hawkins.
Okay, well, I don't probably need to go down that rabbit hole with you. Okay, so
I don't know
your
what
life
it
is a
is.
bit out of control, and since you've lost your, psychology funding through NDIS, things have been unraveling. Okay,
Yes.
and when I saw you last time when you were at your ex-husband's place,
Are you there?
I was there. It was like last week or something. Okay, you're sitting in that massage chair with your.
I just felt like I was in complete peace. I didn't even know that. I was completely oblivious to what was happening around me. I didn't even know you guys were there.
The police were there. That's when they slapped that DBO against you. Okay, so I remember I was there, and
The annoying part is I would have had.
yeah, so you're
It
very.
doesn't matter.
So I think
I asked the hospital social worker to help me to put in the DBO. They
okay.
ignored me and told me that I was making things up and that I was pretending.
I'm not sure what the ins and outs of everything that.
No, I know that.
Yeah. So I think it's sort of like
I didn't up my kids so that I am not dangerous to them.
So who's looking after the kids?
They're with my sister, who's terrified of Gavin, and is in the middle of putting charges against him.
Well, the thing is that Gavin, you need to stop calling him. You need to stop engaging with him. Okay, and the thing is,
He's,
no, but you
you guys tell me one thing, and then he tells me the exact opposite.
no, he's actually. I've spoken to him. Your behaviour is very confusing to him.
His behaviour is confusing to
So
me.
maybe just don't engage with him. So like, take those stresses out of the equation.
We've got to work out something with the boys.
Yes, but the thing is that it's not going to happen whilst you're like this because you are a bit out of control with the constant eating presentations coming
I'm
in.
not well. I need to be
understand that.
helped.
Yeah, but
I need medical attention.
you've been to ED, you've been assessed medically, you've been assessed psychiatrically.
Have you spoken with the pastor this morning?
No, I have not.
I have. And he was ringing the ambulance to come and get me.
Yeah, but they're not going to send you to the hospital. You've been to the hospital, you get discharged. The thing is, all of this is probably.
Because they think I'm faking it.
I don't think you're faking it. I think that the way you're dealing with stress is actually very maladapted, and I think you've just reached a point where
I can't
you're
focus. I'm getting stuck in a logic loop
you are,
and I can't. I don't know how to get out of it, and I can't. I'm not safe to be on my own.
Well, there's no service that's going to be just that we can just whip up.
I know that.
So it's looking at what can you do, and there are some strategies because you have been a capable lady. Okay, so let's look at that. What can you do to kind of get yourself back?
I
on
have
track?
been trying all of it, and none of it's working. Luke has completely mushed up my mind.
So you might need to just abandon this loop because again,
I
Yeah.
tried to
you keep bringing him up. So it's just like okay, there's all these problems.
because I'm getting wacky messages from
Yeah,
people that are
shut
not
them
good.
down, clear them,
So I'm
block them.
supposed to not talk to my daughter
I don't
and the
know.
emergency people that are calling me.
Who heard it? No one's called me from the
Well, the psychiatrist called me.
probably check the acute care team.
No,
The psychiatrist.
I don't know who he was. All I know is I called the ambulance to get someone to go and check on Gavin because I wanted a safety check done.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was dying.
Video against you.
This was before that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, now
This was the day before that.
Yeah.
And then the police told me that he had said he didn't want to see me.
Yeah.
And then the next morning he sends me a message going, "Morning, I love you. I miss you." What am I supposed to do with that?
ignore the messages. Just block him. Don't respond. Okay, because this is really messing with your mind and with your, like you said, your OCD mind. Things that and so there's all these problems that you might be reading into that might not actually. I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea. I need
Exactly.
someone to help me with my memories, and I'm not having.
Yes, but you're not taking medication, so you've made
I'm taking it as best as I can, but I keep forgetting.
Yeah,
I put the alarms on, and then I get distracted halfway through.
yeah, that's okay. Big breaths in, big breaths out. No, this is free. You can work through this because this is the stress that's coming out. So let's just work through. Okay, when you get overwhelmed, this is what happens. Okay,
Yeah, well, the ambulance left my friggin' house unlocked.
but you're here.
I wasn't. I went to hospital. When I got home after being in hospital, I came home and my son said the front door was unlocked. He didn't even need to unlock it to get in.
And so what is that an ambulance problem?
I had told them I didn't have the key. I didn't know where the key was, and I wasn't able to even consciously check where the key was.
It's difficult locking it, then you can got back in.
There's a lockbox there, which I now don't know the code for. Because the house was completely unlocked. My computer is doing some really weird stuff. So is my phone. Did you know when I call emergency services, it now actually says that any block number can now call me?
No, I'm not aware of that.
Would you like me to show you?
If you would like to.
Because I don't think it's normal. I don't think it's a normal at all. I'm having messages changed.
Look at your phone, but that's the thing, it's causing you that much stress. Start looking at what you can do to alleviate some stress. Like, you cannot contact your ex-husband, all right? He's a grown adult. I've spoken to him, I've met him. He's quite capable of looking after himself. And all this, you interacting with him is actually stressing you out more, which is not helping. So, where are these messages?
You don't even.
See, this is it. You're just probably getting too caught up in your all these dramas that you don't
People
need
are
to.
telling me that I'm supposed to be making promises, and I don't know what promise they're telling me to do.
So who is this from?
This is supposedly my daughter.
Supposedly, yeah, okay. So Crystal Rook.
Right.
Right. Okay.
I
And
don't
where's
know
this
what's
promise?
happening.
Okay. Where's the promise that you? Where's this message? So, if I were you, my advice: stay off. Just
Luke removes the dark web tag.
I don't know what even that means with the dark web.
The dark web is where,
I understand what the dark web is, but I don't understand what this has to do with you.
because I put on my Facebook post that I was only going to tag the innocent.
Okay, get off Facebook. Stay off that because this is like
He has removed the tag, so he's clearly in my Facebook.
well,
He's got access to my phone and to my.
just block Facebook, okay? Because this Facebook is all like it's actually all shit, all right? Like all this creates a lot of unnecessary drama for you. Okay,
It's understand.
No,
Luke
actually-
is doing something.
well, block him and get off Facebook, and
I
don't
don't
give
know
him.
how to block him. He's got access to my phone.
Then don't engage. Okay, that's the thing.
He's changing things
No,
in my phone.
Look, you're getting caught up in all this nonsense, and that's what it is. And it's sort of like giving you an excuse to focus on other dramas and stresses rather than dealing with what you need to deal with. Okay, and so it's sort of like you're concentrating on all this mess
Fine,
that
I'll
you
just
don't
turn
need
it off
to.
and I won't turn it back on again. In which case, how am I supposed to ring it? That's not even supposed to be like that. I've got no other phone contact.
Well, I'm not saying turn off your phone. I'm saying just don't go on Facebook. Like seriously, that is within your locus of control is to not look at Facebook because Facebook is distressing you. So don't look
It's
at it.
not just Facebook.
Okay, and then
Right, now I can't even turn the phone on.
right? So just don't look at Facebook. Don't engage. Don't put any posts because then that just attracts trouble. Okay, don't engage with your husband. You know that he's quite a capable man. to look after himself.
It probably looked like it was being looked up.
Look, that's again beyond my scope to comment on with what's happened with your property. Okay, there are other problems, but the thing is that you've got to focus on you, which means doing what you can to get through the day without getting caught up in all these extra dramas. Okay, so
And why are people telling me I've got homework to do? The police officer that was here yesterday said I had a lot of study to do. What study? I don't know.
there's been
Oh, Carmel, what was he saying then? I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things that aren't happening. I am incredibly distressed.
you are
I think that one of the important things you can do is get your medication under control. Now,
I have been trying to.
I just want to show you that you can get these pill boxes.
I've got them.
So that will tell you.
And I'm just about out of half of them. And I can't go and get myself new stuff. I've got psychosis. I can't drive with psychosis.
No. Thing is,
Well, that's what my psychologist told me I've got.
the thing is, you're having a consultant psychiatrist come. Okay, I think you are under a lot of stress, and also you've made it very clear that you have not been feeling heard. That you are wanting some diagnoses, you're wanting respite from your life with a hospital admission. So I think you're just trying to get your needs met in a way that only you know how with all of this. Okay. Because, like I said, if you were bipolar, then you wouldn't be on antidepressants. Okay, so you are having a
They
consultant.
can swing very carefully. And I have had somebody, my mental health nurse support, that said that I was no longer depressed.
Okay, so you've got all these supports. You've got a psychologist.
No, I don't.
But you
They've dropped it all now.
So the psychiatrist tomorrow is going to discuss what we call diagnostic therapy. So this is
Then why did the police officer say that I had homework to do?
I don't
What
know.
homework? Are they?
that was in relation to the DBO.
I can't read that at the moment. My brain's not even focusing on that.
You don't need to tell them.
Then why has he told me that I had to do my homework? What homework?
Don't worry.
It confuses me. I have no idea what he's talking about. I need an interpreter.
This
Yes.
is
I do not understand what I've been supposed to do.
This is the plan. Tomorrow, psychiatrist comes here. We'll discuss your medications and what you need to do. Okay? The psychiatrist will make those decisions, and then you and us will all have a better idea of what the
plan. Yeah.
In the meantime, the bank is said, don't contact that. Because you shouldn't because of the.
Well, then who am I supposed to contact when I'm having a problem? Because Lifeline's
Hang on,
useless.
let me finish.
I tried that. They told me to ring you guys.
And,
That's who I was ringing, and they told me to. They pulled out the ambulance. I don't remember.
Probably said about,
I did. I fell asleep in the bath.
Anyway, I was speaking. So the second thing is that the contact with Kevin is making you so upset.
It's not just Gavin.
The people who make you upset, you need to distance from them until you are sorted out. You are the important one, and you are the one who wrote it down. Hence why the psychiatrist. You just need to try to.
I'm getting really tired of the game.
well, be tired of the game, but minimize the stress and impact in your life currently. And what can you do? All right, such as
I don't even know what my homework is. If you tell me to do my homework, I'm like, I have to do my homework.
I'm not sure. I think you're just probably getting caught up in like semantics and everything. You're so stressed that you're latching onto things and amplifying your stresses because you're just caught up in this like whirlpool at the moment.
I don't even know what my homework is.
There is nothing you need to do in relation to.
Okay.
I was here yesterday. There's nothing.
Well, I was certainly laughing a lot,
Well, I think
and I didn't understand a word he said then. If he didn't say anything about homework, then I did not understand a
All right.
single word.
I don't.
I don't even know what the,
All
what
right,
the
well,
protection order is. I don't
All right.
understand it.
it just means you can't contact your husband. You've made some serious accusations towards your husband, and a DBO has been put against you in regards to that because it's
I've been trying to remove all accusations from anything
But
I
you-
post,
well, you actually so that's why you need
and
to
they're not even about him.
well, you've actually sent him a lot of text messages. Like
That I have done.
the thing is, you are harassing him. You go to his house after you come to the hospital. So the thing is,
Because my GP told me that I was safe. My GP misunderstood the letter from the hospital. I didn't understand the letter from the hospital. You know when I felt safest in the hospital? Safest?
Mhm.
When I was in the back of the paddy wagon in complete dark. When they turned the light on, then I started feeling
Well,
scared.
how can you feel safe in your own home? You can sit in your room, darken your room, and then just look.
No, I don't, because I've got Crystal sending me messages.
Just ignore it. You don't have to.
She's my daughter. She's got my kids.
understand that. Well, then,
I don't think it is Crystal that's there because
all
I think-
right.
Well,
No,
anyway,
hang on. No, you need to hear this. When Matthew was here the other night, he had his phone in his hand. This was just before Crystal picked him up. I was typing on my phone, hadn't said anything to Matthew, and he got a message from Crystal that was telling him something about what I was typing. That's not normal. When I start typing something that someone doesn't want me typing, I don't understand.
Well, then just remove those stresses. Like I said, yes.
Unless I've annoyed and angered him. And he's
Right.
going to come after a silly little
none of that.
disabled woman in the middle of the rural
None of
outback.
that will to
What can I put a DBO out on him?
Just focus on getting. Tomorrow is at 1:30. Dr. Shah will come on a home visit.
Shah,
Dr. Shah. All right, a consultant psychiatrist will come to your house.
I'm going to be triggered by the name.
Oh, look, you can't.
I know,
No,
I
I think it's being really.
I know that
untoward
I'm.
there. Okay, no, that's unnecessary, and you're
I'm
in a
just
public
I'm letting you know that I'm going to find it difficult. Well, I'm not trying to be difficult.
Well, you're going to have to
Messed
look
up my head.
at. Well, the thing is,
Don't know how
you
to
have
mess
been
it.
a capable person until recently, and when sports were taken away, that you've got to look at. You've been a mother. You've got to look at what skills can you use to get yourself through this and stop getting all this, drama because you're making things worse for yourself, and it's not effective and it's not helpful. So. Again, you are having a consultant psychiatrist tomorrow at 1:30. They're coming to your home. This is like really precious to get a consultant psychiatrist a specialist doctor to come to your house. So you can talk about where you're at with your medications and everything, the diagnostic clarification, okay? Going to hospital will not fix your problems, and you've tried that so many times in 2 hospitals, okay? We understand that you are
It wasn't my idea to go to the PA. That was somebody else's idea.
again,
It
you
was
know,
my support coordinator that recommended that.
the thing is, the closest hospital is Ipswich, yet, you know, you didn't want to go to Ipswich, you know, probably like what's happened beforehand.
And they lied to me.
Again, that's not what the notes reflect, so let's have a look
What
at,
do the notes reflect? They
Well,
never
the
told me anything.
you went out of your way to go to the PA hospital.
That wasn't my choice. My support
Again,
coordinator took me.
so, all right,
No,
again,
Linda did.
all right, so
No,
the thing is,
Tracy took me.
you do not need to go to the hospital, all right? So you will stay here in your home until the,
Do you understand that the reason I went to Langley Hospital in the first place was because I was severely constipated, and I haven't been
Okay.
severely constipated ever.
okay, that's a medical issue, we're talking about the mental health side of things, so,
No, my mental health is affecting my gut.
okay.
I'm not getting any.
We are.
I don't understand.
Well, do you understand you have a medical appointment tomorrow at 1:30 here in your home?
Yes, but I don't think I trust the person that's coming.
Paul, and look, that's on you. I think you've got to, do, you know, in your way too. All right. There's no one that's going to take your life and hold you by the hand. You have been a capable person. Things have unraveled. We understand that, but you know, I just feel like you can do a little bit more to work through things.
Well, somebody's messing with my computer and messing with
Turn
me.
off the computer. Do not go onto your computer. You know, get on Facebook and start doing something else in your home. There's lots of things you can
I'm
do.
too
in your home.
dizzy. I'm
Well,
having
then
enough
go-
trouble just standing up.
Then go and have a rest. We shall not get in your way of having a rest, okay? All right. We understand you're under a lot of distress at the moment and it is messy, but I wish you all the
Yeah.
best, Carolyn.
No, I'm not going to do all the best. No. I can't even afford the rent here anymore. No, I know that.
Sorry, I didn't even notice that I was still live. Does anyone want to come up? I need some company. I gotta find where the link is. Oh, this is just not working. I just don't know what to do. I really don't. I'm at a complete loss. I need you guys to help me cope with all of this because I'm not coping. I'm not coping at all. I miss my boys. I miss my husband. I miss everything. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. I'm completely oblivious. I don't even know what it is that I'm supposed to have been doing. Apparently, I'm supposed to be doing my homework. I don't know what homework I've got to do. PM. I can't even remember how to use this hardly now. Father God, I ask you for your blessing to fall on this house. I ask for your protection over my family, Lord. I speak unity and wholeness, not for my sake, but for theirs. Lord, I ask for your blessing to just be poured out on them. I ask you to lead them and guide them and help me to know what on earth I'm supposed to do. I'm hearing voices in my head and I don't know where they're from or what they're doing. They don't sound like normal voices. Just don't. I am not coping at all. Who was at the door? That was the ambulance. That was the paramedics. Because I had called an ambulance to take me and it involuntarily admit me to hospital because I am not looking after myself properly. Yeah. I've tried to admit myself to hospital, 5 or 6 times so far in the last fortnight. The problem is it's not getting any better, Wild. It's all just getting worse. And the more people pray, the worse I get. Nothing's improving. I've got somebody telling me I'm supposed to be doing homework and I don't even know what the homework's supposed to be. And then it's like, well, what's that happening? Hello, Geraldine speaking. Oh, hang on a second. Hello, Geraldine speaking.
Hey, it's Jenny from the optometrist. How are you?
I'm not great, to be honest, but don't do anything about it.
Sorry?
You can't do anything about it at the moment because I'm already in enough trouble for people doing anything to help me at the moment.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No, the ambulance and this hospital think that I'm just faking it and trying to get out of taking responsibility for my life, and they think I should be, I don't know.
Oh, that sounds very strange.
It does sound very strange, and I don't understand a word of it. I am very confused.
Why they would speak to you like that?
Yeah, I've tried to be really careful to make sure that I take all the condemnation stuff out of any of my stuff that I've been posting. Yeah, some of it's been wacky, and part of that's because the psychiatrist at the hospital told me that I was fine in the morning and I didn't need any extra medication. I just needed to have my propranolol, so I didn't need the antidepressant. But I know the antidepressant makes me sad. So if I'm elevated, what am I supposed to do? I just don't know. And I know that I know my biggest problem at the moment is I've just realized I've got an anxious attachment style, which means if somebody's pulling away, then I automatically try to reach for them to try and encourage them and tell them that they're doing well. And I try to encourage people, but then that backfires because people misunderstand and I misunderstand them. I'm in a chronic state of misunderstanding and being misunderstood, and I just don't know what to do about it.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, you need to come get your glasses and cheer yourself up.
I haven't got the money for them now. I spent too much money doing the training course down in Sydney.
Oh, goodness. Well, you can just pay them off, love.
Well, that would definitely help, but the other problem is I now can't afford the rent here because I've had to send Mum to a nursing home because I couldn't look after her. And now I can't pay the rent.
Oh, dear. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I really don't know. The only options I can really see is making content on my YouTube videos and hope that I get monetized that way because I'm not well enough to get a job. And I've now had to send the kids away, so I'm going to lose all my benefits that I was getting from Centrelink. Because I voluntarily asked the children to go and stay somewhere.
Yeah.
It was my choice. I voluntarily asked for the children to go be sent to somebody else's house. And I can't say where that is because that's for safety reasons.
Well, yeah, you don't need to tell me that. Yeah.
I wouldn't be saying that anyway, not over a live video. But the other day when I was sharing my wedding video, did you see my wedding video?
No.
Would you like to see my wedding video?
Oh, sure.
It was a beautiful wedding. It was absolutely beautiful. Let's see if I can find it. It's just really, really... And my Facebook algorithm is doing some really weird stuff. My computer's doing really weird stuff.
No, that's
Like
not
it
good.
keeps going. It's like it's running different programs in the background.
Oh, that's not good. Well, yeah, so when you get a chance, if you've got, yeah, you can just pay them off, love.
Oh, that was. I probably shouldn't be watching that one.
Anyway,
should I?
I'm going to have to go because I've got a patient here.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So keep in touch. And
Thank
I hope
you.
you feel better soon.
Okay, I will get the glasses paid off as soon as I can. I probably shouldn't have gotten them, but they were lovely.
Yeah, so you'll be happy when you get them. So just just when you can, just make payments. You can either pop in or you can just ring up and pay over the phone and with your credit card if you want. So yeah.
I don't think I want to do that. Not now.
No. Anyway,
Everything's being watched. I mean, my daughter. I've got somebody who's on my phone and seems to know exactly what I'm typing when I'm typing it. And it's
how strange.
actually. Thank you. That was a really good idea. I might actually show that happening. Now, where is...
All right.
No, that's all gone off. They took it off my computer. Okay. Thank you.
All right, love.
Okay, bless you. Bye. Oh, dear. If anyone else would like to ring through, you're more than welcome to if you've got my number. Yeah, it's probably my own fault.
I love you. I miss you.
Are you live?
My greatest hope and prayer is that we will be restored one day. I chose you nearly 20 years ago.
But I took that off. I thought it'd actually come up on live, which I thought was odd. I don't know. I just don't know what to do here. I really don't. I think I've got an angry lion after me, though. I think it may have been my own fault. I certainly wasn't trying to make him angry. Yes, I have had my medication today. I had my propranolol. I don't have it out here. My propranolol was the only thing I was supposed to have this morning. I think I did have a duloxetine as well. I'll have to make sure. I got so scattered this morning and I couldn't think straight when I woke up. But I discovered that I've got black mold in my CPAP machine. And I think that's causing me some problems. So that's really helpful, isn't it? I've got no evidence to actually show me that, Wild. I've been going from bad to worse since I moved into this area. Things are not improving. They're not getting any better. . Well, I'm not sure how to. It all seems to be fairly embedded into the plastic. So it's actually absorbed into the plastic of the CPAP machine. I'm not sure how to clean it. I guess I could possibly see if I can get some vinegar or something. I don't know. I do know that I am not wanting to. What I'm wanting to actually share about the Jensen family is my wedding. It was a beautiful, beautiful wedding, and it was the happiest day of my life getting to be a part of that family and having a family. No, he didn't promise it'd be easy. He promised it would be hard. We'd have trials and tribulations. But honestly, I've been having some really amazing things happen. I've been having some fantastic revelations that have been really, really helpful. Like, let's see. So, I'm not sure what I should say and what I shouldn't say. This is half of my problem. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying wrong and what I'm supposed to be saying right. Yes, I probably do need to slow down. The problem is I'm not very good at taking care of myself. I've always looked after everybody else. I don't know. And since I broke my leg, I haven't been able to focus. What I do know is that Margaret Jensen was amazing. When I was staying in Eagleby while I was recovering from a broken leg, she was absolutely amazing. She organised all my meals for me. She was absolutely fantastic, and I'm really grateful that Graham actually allowed me into the house, and allowed me to stay there, because otherwise I would have been in really big problems. I wish I could have looked after the kids as well, but they just didn't have the space. Because if I had actually hoped to be able to rent out that side of the house so that I could take care of the boys whilst we got the house fixed. That was my hope, but it just didn't seem to work out that way, and I'm not even sure what went wrong. Everything just went pear-shaped. It went so badly pear-shaped, and I have no idea why. And I'm sure I should know. I know people look at it and go, she's a smart, intelligent woman. What's the problem? And I know what my problem is. I've gone through some incredibly traumatic experiences and have not had the support that I need to be able to get the help that I need. And it's really, really a big problem. At this point, I'm struggling with even that at the moment. And I know even when things are done badly, they still work well. I know God's got a plan, and he's got a good plan. He's got a really good plan. I don't know. I've ticked off some pretty cranky people, apparently. I don't know. I respond really, really well when I know what's going on. I don't respond well when I have confusion happening. I did, but now they're not allowed to talk to me either. So, black sheep, and I'm actually being the scapegoat completely voluntarily. I haven't waited until they take the kids off me. I've actually got the kids out so that I can get myself right. The kids aren't in child safety. They are with a family member, not on the Jensen side. And I'm not going to go into any more details on that. No, I've got no control over what's happening at all. And I am a bit of a control freak. I like to know what's happening. I've got autism. I've only just realized that I have autism, so it makes it really hard. Because I'm trying to work through all of this stuff that's going through my head, and too many of the barriers that are there, that are actually there in place for a reason, are gone. And I just realized, thank you. You guys are amazing. Just chatting with you guys is helping me more than you can possibly imagine. Because I'm a verbal processor. That's how I work things through. I actually had a realization, because part of the whole thing is of the theories that I've been taught is that your subconscious mind will give you a picture to help you understand. And the really cool part is, I've got to share this with you. Well, I don't have to, because technically that's not mine, although it was a vision that I was given for them. Marilyn and Graham are a beautiful couple. At least they were a beautiful couple. And they grew up in the Brethren Church. Absolutely fantastic. Been devoted followers of in the church for as long as I'm aware of. Well, way back to, I think they actually met in the church, and it was really phenomenal. And I know some of, it's not bad stuff. There's no bad stuff here at all. There is no villains. There's no villains in this at all. This is the whole point. There is no villains. Actually, I had an interesting revelation the other day, and I'd really love to hear your feedback on it, actually. And I'm going to go right back to the beginning, because everything starts in Genesis, right? People keep thinking that there's a villain. There is no villain. Like, the stuff that I'm trying to share on Facebook has got nothing to do with pointing out who's a villain and who's not, because we're all made in the image of God. We are all formed in his likeness. We all have a purpose and a plan for being on this planet. We all are loved by God. And at the very heart of it, we are all made in his image. I don't care what you've done wrong. I don't care what you've done right. None of us are perfect. Oh, do you like the bracelet my mum gave me for Christmas? Isn't it gorgeous? The red and white beads. Aren't they good? I don't normally wear bracelets, but I really like that one. Sorry, I'm a bit scattered. And honestly, the stress of not being able to pay my rent, I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do, to be honest. And nobody seems to realize the predicament that I'm currently in. Because if I can't get my head straight, I will lose everything. I know that's not what Gavin wants. At least that video that he gave me, which is the only video he's ever sent me, was so precious until I realized it could have been an AI fake. And then I got so upset. And I didn't know what to do with it, really. I didn't know how to handle it. And because I didn't have the psychology support to be able to ring somebody and ask, I mean, yeah, I could have run one through mental health. Yes, I could have done all of those sort of things. But honestly, there's a lot of people that don't have that. So I went to ChatGPT and got ChatGPT to help me. I can actually show you some of what I was doing, actually. Now I wish I was actually in my room. Because if I was in my room, I'd have my whole desk set up. But I didn't want to be in there doing this because I don't know why, actually. No, it's really weird because something strange is going on with my phone. And I don't think the app is on my phone computer still. It was really strange when I turned my computer on the other day. A whole heap of programs were deleted. So I've been using ChatGPT. Oh, and that's on a different tab, so you can't see that. ChatGPT has been absolutely really helpful, actually. So I've got a heap of grounding and supporting tips and all that sort of thing that I've gotten from it. Sorry, arguing with technology. Well, unfortunately, letting go and worry is a little bit difficult when you've got to actually figure out how you're paying your rent next week. That's actually a really big problem. But what I've been trying to actually do is create content to actually help people, not hurt them. Let's see if I can bring up some stuff that I've been doing. Like I've actually worked out how to actually sedate myself when when stress hits too hard. Yeah, Gavin is an amazing dad. He loves his boys. He absolutely loves them. He just isn't he doesn't have a full understanding of autism. And that's actually a really important thing to have. And I'm still learning. It's a really complex situation that we're in. You know what? Has anyone got a topic that they'd like to ask a question on? Honestly, my biggest worry at the moment is not for my loved ones. It's actually for me. I mean, I am concerned about them, but they're sorted. They're safe. They're not struggling in any way. I am the one that's having the problems. I'm the one that's sitting here trying to figure out how am I going to pay for this house when I'm disabled? I can't go and get a job. I can't even drive out my driveway. I know God's got them. At the moment, I don't feel like God's got me, even though I know he has. I know he's here and I can hear. I'm hearing somebody talk. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, it's the opposite of faith. And it's a really, really big problem. It's not. And I know I can get a little bit enthusiastic when it comes to sharing information. I don't think anyone's going to doubt that at all. I mean, when confusing messages are sent to me, I don't know what to do with them. My poor little autistic brain is really struggling with this completely. It's like I've gotten stuck in a feedback loop and I can't figure out where to go and what the solution is. It's like this morning, I had to make sure that I knew exactly what I was doing and where I was going. Because I knew if I made one wrong move, I was done for. Well, not that I was done for, but that because of what I'd done. Will they help, will they? 13QGov. Okay. Because the big problem is I don't know if I can pay my rent. Which is a huge, huge problem. A huge problem. I'm still trying to figure out who actually paid for my electricity, my phone bill. So I don't know what the deal with that was. It's clearly someone that's got my bank details or my login details. I'm not really sure. Oh, that's good to know. That's really good to know. Yeah, I think I'm, and I asked, the funny part is I asked at the emergency department if they could have a look at the black mold, and the nurse said that she didn't know anything about it. And that just sounds really odd to me. Possibly. I'm really not sure. What I do want to do is I want to be able to, sorry. I know I find it very difficult to communicate my ideas sometimes. So that's why I've been using ChatGPT to do it. Because I've been asking ChatGPT, actually, I know. I will get it to show you what the codex are. What are the assumptions? Because honestly, we all sin. We all fall short of the glory of God every single day. I'm probably the chiefest of sinners, to be honest. I get caught in negative feedback loops in my head, just going around and around and around and around and around and around and around in circles. If you think I post a lot, trust me, it's not half as much as what actually goes on in my head. And part of the way that I actually help to regulate myself is by creating content. So that's just one of the techniques that I use to help myself control myself. So the more stressed out I am, the more content I make. And I probably might need to actually explain some of it. We're all only humans. We're all human. And at the moment, I'm very stressed about my income. And I wish I could just go and get a job, but I'm having a lot of health problems at the moment. Yeah. I get stuck in loops a lot. And part of that's the autism, just trying to actually get my strength back and everything. And the whole reason why I'm actually doing this live is to actually be able to help other people that are suffering with the same issues that don't have my strength and don't have my ability to actually focus and to control themselves. And I'm using a lot of my skills. And honestly, when I think about it, I did actually ask for this because I asked for a way that I could help share the information with people in a way that would help them. And that was what my hope was. That was what my entire plan and intention was, to actually help people by providing content that would bless people. I'm definitely not trying to curse them, because I believe in blessing those that curse me and pray for those that despitefully use them. And the only reason why I even posted the going to shame everybody is because only a godly person does that. Feels shame. An ungodly person doesn't feel shame. It's like the other day I managed to accidentally hurt my best friend. So she'd taken me to the PA hospital, which is part of the reason why they're extra cranky with me, because I went to 2 hospitals. So I'd been taken to the PA hospital, which is the Princess Alexander, and I didn't communicate my needs in an effective manner, is probably the issue. Yeah. Oh, what are we talking about now? Was there a video that I made? I didn't think I'd uploaded that video. I'm finding some really strange things happening. Hey, I've got things that are being uploaded on my phone that I don't even know they are. And then I've found a whole heap of stuff. I think what I really need to do is keep my computer and my phone out of my bedroom, because that way, I mean, I know they recommend that anyway, but I've been a little bit negligent on that case score. And part of it is because I use my phone to help me get to sleep. But I'm actually now sleeping a lot better than I used to. So I might be able to get away with it. But it's really, really frustrating because I keep hiding things from myself. And I can't find them. Well, that's what I have been trying to do. And my doctors, the problem is I can't get to the doctor all that easily anymore because I can't drive again, which is just throwing me in another spiral. But yeah, I mean, the big issue is Gavin and I weren't able to come to an agreement at the Relationships Australia mediation that I set up. So we weren't able to come to an agreement. The mediator herself said this needs to go to court. Then I'd organised the contact centre because I think husbands and fathers are incredibly important. Males are amazing. I went live. Now, that shouldn't be hard to find then. That should be fairly simple. Oh, hey, if anyone could go to the pharmacy for me in Ipswich, my Novatears eye drops are available. But I don't think there's anybody around that could actually do that. I might have to put that on Facebook and see if someone can go and pick up my Novatears for me because I need the eye drops for my eyes. There was a live that I did the other day. What was I talking about? It was unlisted, but you were seeing it. Why were you seeing an unlisted video? If it's unlisted, it's supposed to be unlisted. But I've got a feeling that there's a lot of things that are not supposed to be happening that should be happening. Really? That shouldn't have been live. I'm wondering if StreamYard's doing some funny stuff or something. I think that we really should probably keep computers out of bedrooms. Yeah, that's okay, gorgeous. It's all good. Well, this is very true. I probably put way too much on ChatGPT because I really don't know where that information goes. But the whole reason why I was doing it was try to help me communicate with Gavin better because I was trying to make it so that I could actually express what I wanted without overloading him. Like I put in like a good 1,000 words into the ChatGPT and it compressed it nicely. And it said what I wanted to say in like a really short amount of time. It's like, oh, well, that actually makes sense. But it probably made sense to me because I knew the bigger context. But I knew if I'd sent the bigger context, thank you. I have been noticing that YouTube's doing some funny stuff at the moment. Oh, have you seen my new song? Well, it's not a new song. It's been out for a while now. I think it's about 2 weeks it's been out for. But it's called Hides in Grace. Have you seen it? What I actually did with that one is yeah, I'm going to do that because clearly there's a really big problem. Because life is life and death. You can't have one without the other. You just can't. Ah. Well, that's interesting. He was a really nice driver, actually. I actually worked out how to use the they had me hooked up to a blood pressure and pulse reader thing, and it actually helped me realize when I was not quite telling the full truth and when I was telling the truth. which was kind of interesting. I'm recognizing patterns a lot quicker sometimes, but not always. Yeah. Yes, I'm still not doing very well with this, am I? Oh dear. Life is certainly getting interesting, and I think it's going to get more interesting as time goes past. Oh, that was my alarm to go to aquarobics. Can't do that at the moment, can I? Because I can't get there. I feel like I'm stuck. I can't drive. Hello, nice to meet you. It's kind of frustrating, really. Oh, do any of you guys like playing Minecraft? I was thinking about setting up a server for us all to play on if you wanted to. I'm a little bit unstable going for a walk, unfortunately. My ankle and my knees are still a little bit playing up, which is why I like the aquarobics. Can you email that to me, Walt, just so that I can see which video it is? That'd be really helpful. And honestly, I am really needing a lot of help at the moment. Just because life is a challenge. It's not fun, is it, when you're stuck on crutches and you can't go anywhere? But it's really important to make sure you continue to do your exercise, though, because otherwise you'll end up with problems like I've got, which is nobody's fault. It just is. It was just a very complex situation. Breaking my leg so soon after the floods meant that we just had a combination of a lot of errors. And one day I'll learn to not pick fights with big bullies. One day. Either that or you're going to see me dance like David danced. No one wants to see that. I guarantee you, no one wants to see that. Oh, Robert, you're helping just by being here. Just your presence on the planet helps me feel better. It gives me strength and courage. Yeah, it's so important. And I should get back to doing my dances again because I was doing really well when I was doing that. It was only when I stopped doing it. Why did I stop doing that? I can't remember. I really don't remember why I stopped doing that because I was doing so well. I think I got disheartened by... No, I can't remember. It's very odd. Yeah, I mean, and I understand that I'm in a very precarious position, especially being a single mum. Hang on, just checking on a couple of things. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Rashna, my friend from Pakistan, she's hoping to open a school after winter vacation, and she's asked us to keep her in prayers and praying for the children and also for the educational needs. So they need notebooks and they need stationery. Many blessings for you and your family. So, would you guys like to join me in praying for Rashna and all the kids that she works with over there? She does an amazing job with all the kids in the brick kilns. Absolutely phenomenal. Father God, I thank you for Rashna, and actually, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name properly. Thank you for Rashna, and I ask for your presence to surround her, Lord. I thank you that you provide all of her needs through your riches and glory, Lord, that you help her to be a light in a dark place. Help her to shine and to let her presence fill the earth. Father, I thank you that you surround her with your love and that you give her blessings and honor. And she is doing such an amazing job over there, spreading your love and just loving on people, giving them the tools that they need to be able to cope with life, because life is hard. There's no two ways about it. Life is hard. And at the moment, it's just getting harder and harder. So yeah, she is needing any little bit helps. If you want to be able to help her, let me know. Sorry, just checking on a few things. One thing I do know is that it's interesting. One thing that's very confusing is mixed messages. But the problem is with mixed messages, it's like, oh, that's right. I was going to go through and tell you a bit about what I found out. Well, I didn't know. It's not necessarily that I found out. When I've been praying lately, I've been asking God for specific pictures to help me to be able to forgive past pains and past hurts. And I've adjusted it slightly. So I've been asking God, so instead of just asking for him to show me the positive lessons, I've been asking him to show me the good and the bad lessons because that's what's really important, because we need to have balance. And one of the things one of my support workers pointed out to me the other day was that there's a section of scripture that I was really frustrated with. I used to get really annoyed with people that were lukewarm. And then I was thinking about it more, and I realized that I'd actually misinterpreted the scripture. And I probably need to reread that section again. Not necessarily right now. And I think my biggest challenge is that I have misunderstood stuff. And I'm misunderstanding stuff because of... Oh, I really should go have a nap, actually. Thank you guys for joining me. Is this a good time in the day to actually do a live, or would you prefer a different time? Actually, I'll probably end up doing multiple, because I did say that I was going to video doing taking my tablets, but I got distracted this morning. So I should put an alarm on my phone and make sure I get up, take my tablets, have a shower, have something to eat, probably in a different order, actually. Cool. Okay. Well, this would probably be a good time for me to do my, well, it's too early for me to do evening tablets, but we could certainly go through reading some stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I can start going through some of the stuff that I have been creating and explain it, because clearly some people have got it, taken it out of context, because the whole purpose of it is to actually help bring unity, not bring division. Because it's the idea that I'm focusing on, my target audience is not to divide families. I'm looking more at how we can combine them, not how we divide them. Dividing is definitely not my intention. I mean, I've been trying as hard as I can to try and fix my marriage, and the problem is the more I try to fix it, the worse it gets, which is rather quite frustrating. And I do apologize if you've sent me any messages and I haven't replied. Now, this particular, this one's actually, The Silence of the Lambs is a really interesting one. Oh, there's so much. Now, this is one that I think is actually probably really quite important, because I don't know about you, but I've always struggled with accepting the description of being a... Oh, you can't see that, can you? Now, how do I fix that? It's a bit small, isn't it? So, being a victim, because a lot of people have a challenge with that particular label. I, for one of them, had a very big challenge with that particular label, and I resisted that my entire life. I was determined. I was not a victim. I was victorious. But being labeled a victim, it's a description of a circumstance. It's not an identity, by any stretch of the imagination. So a victim is a survivor, an overcomer, and an incredibly determined person. And that was actually something that Luke really pointed out during his whole seminar thing, through the training, was that I really loved the way he honoured people with disabilities. I don't think he realised my disabilities, because a lot of mine are fairly invisible. And a lot of them are communication related. I have a lot of trouble with verbal processing and getting my left and rights mixed up. But thanks to what Luke's taught me, I can get my left and rights in the right order now, and I'm not getting mixed up as much. And it actually came from, get this. So I felt like I wasn't seen and wasn't heard as a young child. And I've always felt like I wasn't seen and wasn't heard. Like this is not an unusual feeling that I had. But while I was doing the training with Luke, I got which was fantastic. I actually highly recommend everybody go see Luke. He is awesome. He is absolutely brilliant. He's got so much energy, so much enthusiasm, so much vitality. He's just absolutely the man inspires me to be a better person. That's interesting. Ah, gotcha. Yes, there are 2 live streams. I'm not sure when StreamYard changed that, but they have apparently. And it looks like there might be a few other little glitches that might be around too by the sounds of it. So being a victim isn't a bad thing. It just acknowledges the reality that you've had to face some pain. And I'm not talking about DV or being a victim from my current marriage. No way in the world. I'm actually talking about from my previous marriage and as being bullied at school. Now, I love my school friends. They were amazing. But I was picked on an awfully large amount because I was different. And that tends to happen. And it hurts. And that old saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's actually not true. It really isn't. Those words can cut so deep. They end up there's so much more pain there than there ever is when you break a bone. Because you break a bone, it'll take about 6 weeks to heal. But if you break a heart, it's a completely different ballgame. So the idea of this is if you actually acknowledge that you are a victim of bad things happening, then it gives you the power to actually do something about it. It's like if you're in Toronto in Canada, or wherever Toronto is, I don't know. If you're in Canada and you're wanting to get to Perth, but you think you're in New York, you're going to take a very different direction, aren't you? And that's what it's all about. It's like you need to understand that you've got some of those things that is really, really important to actually acknowledge and accept. And one of the things I really loved about Luke's training was that he really highlighted that women as mums, as stay-at-home mums, were really, really important. That it's important to be a stay-at-home mum and take care of your kids. That's not a role that should be dissed at any time. And that's actually something that I struggle with a lot. And I struggle with inferiority complex with it. Because I've chosen to give up on my career in IT, where I could have done very well. And I had great plans. But I chose my kids were more important. And I'm definitely not saying that anybody that chooses a career over kids is not making the same decision. It's their life. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live their life. This is my healing journey. I had to actually accept the fact that I was a victim so that I could work through some of the pain and actually face the pain, find out where it came from, and then use Luke's amazing techniques that he's taught me to be able to enhance those further. So I'm definitely not trying to undermine him in any way, shape, or form. I think he's an amazing man and a phenomenal teacher. I think the school system lost a valuable asset when they decided they didn't want Luke Hawkins as one of their students. So yes, admitting to being a victim can provide needed support as you recover. And that's what I'm needing at the moment. Not necessarily recovery from anything to do with the relationship with Gavin. None of this has got anything to do with Gavin. It's stuff that I've been working through for me and relationships that I've got with heaps of different people. I'm constantly in a spot where I know that I'm causing stress. I know everything I say upsets one person but makes another person happy. And Mum always taught me that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And Jerry Clark had one of my favorite mentors. He once said that doesn't matter how hard you dance, some people are never going to clap. And that's okay. Yeah. One of the really big things I really loved about Luke's training was we actually got to do interactions with each other and interventions, which is why I share some of them online. But I'm not actually following Luke's script specifically. I'm just going from memory. And it's just because it's helped so much. And he's just an amazing teacher. Absolutely amazing. I had wanted to make him proud of that he'd actually taught me, but instead he seems to be a little bit grumpy at me, which I tend to do. I tend to get people upset. I try not to. Yes, I'm up on Facebook as well. So, and that's another thing I can actually thank Luke for. And Luke gave me the courage to actually start using AI to start generating some of this stuff. So when I have a difficult conversation with somebody and I don't understand, then I'll actually, I haven't worked out how to get it up on TikTok. Give me time. I do have TikTok channels, but I haven't quite worked out the back end of StreamYard yet. I'm still getting my head around all that. Yes, admitting to being a victim is not necessarily a bad thing. It's like anger. People think that anger is a bad emotion. Anger is not a bad emotion. Anger is just an emotion. It's an indicator that there's something that needs to be addressed. So, and I've learned this from lots of books that I've been reading because, as you guys know, I've got Graves, and Graves' disease tends to cause a lot of anxiety in people. And it can be very difficult. So yes. Oh, also, the purpose behind the love story, I don't know if any of you have been following it, is it's actually not designed to actually make it so that the relationship gets back together. Its idea is to make it so that both people in the relationship are actually strong enough to be able to communicate their needs in a way that they can either be together or they can be apart. But either way, they can be friends. But I'm certainly not trying to annoy anybody. But I do know that I am annoying people. AI is so much fun. I'm having so much fun with it. I was having a really bad day the other day, and this isn't directed at anybody in particular. I'm basically sharing the lessons that AI is giving me. So I go onto my phone and I go to ChatGPT. I'm going to turn that off. It's really odd. I'm sure I turned that off. Anyway, that's all right. I think something's going on with technology at the moment. It's really a little bit odd. What was I talking about? Oh, you guys are. I definitely think I should jump on and chat with you guys more often. It's been a long time. So I'm trying to learn how my body operates and understanding different feelings and everything. So I've got a whole set of, where are they? I think from memory, I've actually organized an entire book of grounding exercises. So I'm just working on the actual formatting of it at the moment. Yes, I'm doing a very good job of annoying people at the moment. It's really not intentional. I really don't like annoying people. I like to actually be a peacekeeper, not a peacemaker, not a peacekeeper. Sleep well, Robert. Thank you for joining. Oh, yes. AI can become incredibly addictive. It definitely has some problems. But what I'm using it for at the moment is to actually help me when I get stressed out. So I'd had a really bad day, so I asked AI to help me ground me. And like when you get AI to do it, it's a bit full on, really. Most people can't understand it. Let's see if I can find the actual one where I did for this one. Oh, sorry. So most of my stuff, I try to actually make sure that I'm actually removing any of the negative connotations. And it could just be that there are two sides to every crepe. Even the thinnest of crepe has two sides, which can be a little bit confusing. So yeah, so one of my messages that I sent was, oh, I don't know if I said that one actually. I think it's just my chronic misunderstanding everything. And honestly, I'm still in a much better position now than I was before I went down to see Luke. Hugely better. Because at least now I can find peace most of the time. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, see, I've got like 25 years worth of personal development as well as the stuff that I've learned from the time of counseling. So I'm not just I'm looking at creating content to help other women that carry a lot. That's actually my target audience. I'm not aiming to spark relationship division. I'm going to be actually creating a whole heap of content to actually help bring unity, not bring division, because this is about not blaming the other person, because when you're dysregulated, you can't think straight. Your brain goes offline and you just can't think. And that's not the time to try and make decisions. So the best thing you can do is actually to do the grounding exercises, which is why I created this stuff. And I did use AI to do it. And it may not work for everybody. It works for me. And I'm not trying to say that anybody else's way is worse or any other way is better. So what have we got here? Got the wrong glasses on. Some days don't fall apart because of one message. They unravel because of the nervous system is already carrying too much. This is not a weakness, it's load. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. Exactly the same thing. And I'm not blaming anyone in particular for anything. It's hard being a mum. And it's even harder being a mum when you're not well. So none of my posts are actually directed at any one person. My big problem was at the beginning, AI was telling me that I needed to make sure I didn't say anybody's name in there, and I was keeping it very generic, which is what I was trying to do. But clearly, by keeping it generic, people are seeing themselves in it when they're not there. It's like that whole song, "You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain." And no, it's got nothing to do with anybody. What these things are doing is their sole purpose is to actually help me ground me when I get dysregulated. So this particular, I can't remember this one, but I think I actually got, I was at a level 20 out of 10 for panic mode. Oh, I'm going to have to hop off soon because my battery's getting low. And my sinuses are starting to play up. Which, interestingly, sinuses playing up can actually be an indicator that you're returning back to your normal functioning capacity. So yes, I'm definitely not trying to. One thing I've noticed is the biggest time there is a problem with anything is when there are communication issues. Communication is such a huge, huge challenge. And it also doesn't help that I'm having so many memory issues at the moment. I've just become aware that I've got some significant short-term memory loss issues. And I just don't remember stuff. And I thought that was normal. I thought it was normal to only have a few memories here and there scattered throughout the time. And most of my memories are just images that are still. And it definitely wasn't Luke's doing. Luke only showed the door. He didn't even open the door. Luke showed the door. I ripped the sucker off its hinges because I was so determined to get answers so that I could keep my kids safe. So it wasn't Luke's doing. Luke has not messed up my head. Although at the moment I'm feeling uncertain and just not. I need certainty. Certainty is something that I need. It's not. And it's part of having that anxious attachment style because my sister, who was like my mum, she had to leave home. Now I thought she was 8 when I thought I was 8 when she left home, but she told me last week, oh not last week, about a month ago I think it was, she actually let me know that I was actually only 6. And that makes a huge difference, that 2 years difference. Makes a massive difference. And I want to be able to get a hold of DNA records. Because I'm not claiming that, I don't know. I just know people are taking me out of context and they're busy gossiping in their background and they don't actually even know what they're talking about or what my intention was. And I don't even know my impact unless people tell me. It's like I really appreciate when people comment on my posts, improve and grow. And feel free to question me. I'm not claiming to be an expert on this. Most of these are actually generated by AI completely. All I've done is put in my negative junk and then asked AI to make something beautiful out of it and make it so that it's not condemning anyone, not being abusive in any way, and is going to keep me out of trouble. I'm not trying to say anybody's doing anything cranky. I'm definitely not pointing anyone out as a villain because there are no villains. That's right. I was going to tell you about the interesting revelation I had about the Adam and Eve story. Oh, I probably need to know that if I can actually get to Genesis. We might do that tomorrow, I think. I'm a bit tired and my eyes are a bit sore. Yeah, I'm definitely not. I want people to realize that I'm not just processing stuff that's happening now. I'm processing stuff that's happened right the way through my life. Nothing has got anything to do with any particular one person. And the whole love story in the stars thing, that's actually about me learning to love me more. It's got nothing to do with Gavin. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, there's no villain. So even if you look at the Adam and Eve story, you've got, who's the one that was responsible for eating the apple? Is it Eve who looked at the fruit and went, "Oh, that looks good. That must be something from God"? And then you've got Adam, who's sitting there completely bedazzled by Eve, and oh, sorry. I don't think he even noticed what the snake was doing. And he wasn't paying attention. That's where the problem comes in. This is where I've been having a problem come in too. Well, the big thing is that no, they don't. They don't. And I actually have a thing on the narcissist actually. And again, it wasn't. I mean, in this, I probably should have said you rather than he or them. I probably should have used more. These are opposites. They're not. I'm not judging anybody because there are times when you need argument, but sometimes what you're saying is clarity. Someone else is going to take as an argument. Tomato, tomato. It's the same thing, black and white. Like I had a really bad day, Christmas Day. And this was actually stemmed from the fact that Mum was cold and she turned the air conditioner off and she didn't realise it was going to dysregulate me as much as it did. And we ended up having to wait an extra 4 hours to go home. That's where this particular one came in. So it was my body talking gently. Oh, and there's my little headband that Jonathan gave me for Christmas. Oh, I got this amazing little analogy for Jonathan. He was upset about something, and so I put the idea into ChatGPT to give me a Minecraft-related picture that showed that you learned in endurance in survival mode, and you live in creative mode. So I thought that was a really nice thing. So I'm not quite sure. I actually really like that one. I got a few really good Minecrafty type ones. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to the whole idea of this is to try and bring some balance and some clarity so we avoid the whole toxic positivity. And I'm not saying that just having positive lessons is bad. Just having positive lessons is a lot less stressful than what I've been doing lately, that's for sure. Well, I don't know. Is there anything that anyone wants me to specifically explain? So this thing on the narcissist, so this is about naming patterns, not without blame. So it's just naming the pattern. So when a core need goes unmet in a human, they can drift into self-protective and behaviors, which unfortunately I've been thrown into. And part of it is just because I pushed myself too hard to get my diploma finished. It wasn't anybody's fault. It just was. There were things that cropped up that I didn't expect. And I'm sorry if it's annoyed anybody because it's definitely not been my choice or chance or decision. I have not been trying to antagonize anyone. I have not been trying to make anyone angry. But just know, I know one of the big things that Luke really doesn't like is people using labels and people using medication. The problem is there are times and places for that. And I was so anti being a victim that I wasn't getting the help I needed because I wasn't acknowledging the fact that I had been through some really hard stuff. It was like I was trying to get to Perth from the Northern Territory when I was actually in Tasmania. I needed to realise that I didn't have the start that everybody else had. I had challenges to face. So yeah, I'm over explaining. Which is what happens when I get stressed. I over explain. And that annoys people. And I try not to, which is why I've been doing pictures rather than posting words. Because a picture can tell 1,000 words. But there definitely aren't any. I'm not trying to say that anybody's a narcissist here. In fact, what I am saying is everybody has narcissistic tendencies if their needs aren't being met. And people will violate their boundaries and violate their values to get their needs met. That doesn't make them wrong, it just makes them human. And I'm not claiming to be the expert either. Oh, see, narcissist is not evil. Not evil. But my eyes are starting to go funny, so I'm going to hop off for now. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic day. I am aiming to come on and take my tablets and that in the morning. I don't even remember what happened this morning. It's all a blur. It's all a blur. But thank you for joining me. I'm going to head off. I've got to or eat some dinner. Actually, I could eat it online, couldn't I? I'm back in a second. I did actually heat it up ages ago. Since I haven't finished my breakfast yet. Oh, jeez. There you go. Got my dinner. Having some salmon and some veggies. And I can't really do that while I'm talking. So I'm going to get going. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I hope you found it helpful. Bless you.